So, and on today's episode of America is a Shit Show.
Oh God. I don't.
No politics.
I don't feel like it. I don't feel like dealing with the politics.
Gosh, this recording.
Yeah, what you got to say, huh?
So today,
Yeah.
we're here with our special guest,
Special guest.
John Quantavius.
I still do not know who John Quantavius is.
Because you just answered to it. Dummy.
No, I did not answer that. I'm asking you, who is John Quantavius?
Anyway, if you had to take one of the Powerpuff Girls on solo after you pissed them off,
Oh God.
which one would you choose?
Which one? I gotta pick one of the Powerpuff Girls. I pissed one of them off. They're coming at me
Yep. Real bad.
real
I'm
bad.
talking about powers and all.
Well, then I mean, not Buttercup. That's for sure. I do not want to fight Buttercup.
In any instance, even if
No.
she isn't mad.
No,
Unless you're suicidal.
but Buttercup is the one who will go the hardest on you.
Even when she isn't mad.
Yeah.
Bless you. Are you allergic to me or something, sir?
I might be.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Well, you better take an allergy pill.
Sure.
Is the pineapple good?
It is. I don't think there's a right answer to which Powerpuff Girl to fight. Because here's the thing. Here's the problem, right? Buttercup. She will go in on you. You piss her off, she will not stop until you're dead or until the other girls stop her. Bubbles, if you get her in the right state of pissed off, she might be worse.
Yeah.
Blossom is probably the most disciplined of them, so she'll just break your knees and then send you to jail. So I guess I'd rather fight Blossom.
Now add to the equation that you helped Mojo Jojo.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. I helped Mojo Jojo.
Yeah.
Them
My
girls.
mouth is starting to feel a little spicy.
Well, then stop eating the pineapples.
No.
Stop it.
No. They taste good.
They do taste good, but if you're allergic to them,
I'm
then
not going to die.
you still shouldn't eat them. See, look at you.
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't sound okay.
I'm fine.
Unlikely story.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
at a family gathering,
Yeah.
without bringing up politics,
Okay.
who's the most likely to start drama?
In my family,
Yeah.
even without politics, it's gonna be.
What did he do?
He's just a very abrasive person. Like, you take politics, because even before the politics got involved, he was always abrasive. Like, he's always going to be the first one to be, taking a joke a little too far, to be low-key bullying people.
So I have another question.
Uh-huh.
So say that you had to go against any horror movie villain,
Right?
but they're there no matter what. Even if you have to say their name a certain amount of times to get them there, they're gonna be there.
Okay.
Who do you think you would survive?
Out of horror villains?
Yeah.
I think I can survive Chucky.
I mean, I could probably survive Chucky, but I'm also almost the same height as Chucky. I have him by like a foot and some inches.
Because when you watch the first movie, Chucky's the same height as that 3-year-old boy. Chucky, because it's because the movie is made to be kind of like a mystery between, is Chucky killing people or is the little boy doing it and blaming Chucky? So they made the doll the same height as the little boy. So yeah, you and Chucky probably aren't too far off in height. Me though, I tower over Chucky.
I mean, I'm like, how tall is he? Like 3'5"?
Let me see. I'll look it up because he's got to be taller than that because he's the size of a child. Chucky is okay. This does not tell me much. 29 inches. Let me see inches to feet. He's 2 feet tall. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't.
Yeah,
make
I
sense.
tower over Chucky too.
That does not track. Him being 2 feet tall does not track with the first movie. Maybe in all the sequels, but the first movie, no. I guess because like the real Chucky dolls are 2 feet tall.
Maybe. But I don't know. I feel like, first of all, I laugh too much. I can't take Chucky serious, and that might piss him off.
Yeah. No, he'll be real easy to make mad.
But also, I feel like all you have to do to Chucky is trick him.
Oh, I would say kick him.
You know the way he bit that woman's foot?
Oh, yeah, because she was standing still. I'm talking about kicking him, full force, punt him right in the face.
He rolled under that couch.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can't lose sight of him either because he's quick. If you let him take control of your sight of him, you're probably gonna lose. But if you keep an eye on him and just beat him up, you probably got it.
Do you think in any world that you could survive Jason?
Yes.
How?
Here's how, right? Imagine this. Hey, is that Camp Crystal Lake? Yeah. You want to go there? No. End credits.
Okay,
But if I was going to give it the longer version, right? The longer version is, hey, is that Camp Crystal Lake? Yeah, let's go there. Cool. Yeah. All right, time to leave.
So say that there's no Warner Music.
Okay.
And you don't know that you're at Camp Crystal Lake.
Okay, so I don't know I'm at Camp Crystal Lake. Okay. So quit eating them. So okay. The longer version, I guess, would be like we get to Camp Crystal Lake, we're hanging out, we're doing whatever. Someone decides to have sex and wake him up. Because that's what happens. That's how he works. Sex activates him. Which is a crazy thing to say.
Maybe because that's what they were doing when he was drowning?
Yeah. That's what a lot of people theorize it is. But so let's say someone has sex, he wakes up, he comes out of the lake. If I see him, I'm running. If I see him as he's murdering somebody, I'm running. And I'm telling you where I'm going, to my car. Because you know what I've noticed? Unless you purposefully move Jason, he don't leave the campgrounds. So like the only time he's ever left the campgrounds was in like 3 movies that I can think of. There was Jason X, there was Jason Takes Manhattan, and there was Freddy vs. Jason. And in all 3 scenarios,
Wasn't he in space?
In Jason X.
I forget that movie. That felt like a fucking fever dream.
Right? But in all 3 scenarios, the thing that they have in common is that someone grabbed Jason and took him somewhere else.
Because they don't learn.
Yeah. That's the only reason he has ever left Crystal Lake is because someone took him somewhere else. So if I leave, I know he ain't following. Mm-hmm. Even, okay, I'll say Jason Goes to Hell. Because that's another one where technically people were taking him away. His soul was jumping person to person. And, eventually those people were being moved around.
In my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like I could survive Michael Myers.
That's a little bit tougher.
Do you think you could ever survive Jeepers Creepers?
Technically, yes, because it would heavily depend on what body part he needs. Because in the first movie, it's very subtle. But the reason he kills the brother and not the sister is because he's looking for a new pair of eyes. And it's shown in the beginning that the sister wears glasses. And I wear glasses, so he's not looking for nobody who needs glasses. If he's looking for a new pair of eyes. But, I got other little imperfections around my body, so it depends on what he's looking for.
What if he's looking for a head?
If he's looking for a head, like a whole head?
Just a whole head.
He still might not want mine because mine comes with my shitty eyes. He might not want my head because they're a package deal.
Okay. What if he's looking for arms?
If he's looking for arms, I don't know. He might take me. He might try to take me.
Yeah.
And that's the real issue. You got to really wait him out. You got to really be able to wait him out, and that's a hard thing to do.
I mean, we saw what he did to them kids on that school bus.
Exactly, because he's willing to wait you out for sure. He spent that whole movie waiting them out.
He was always nearby.
Even the first movie, he was doing that.
Yeah.
Because he was always around stalking that brother and sister.
I do think that it's safe to say that we aren't as dumb as the people in these movies. So we would never purposefully be in the middle of nowhere.
True. And even if we were, I would not track down Jeepers Creepers. Because like the first movie, they're driving through the middle of nowhere and they see his truck and then they decide to follow him.
I think, did they turn around or were they already heading that direction?
I think they were passing through that town because they were going home from college for some break.
Yeah.
So they had to pass through that town to get home. And Jeepers Creepers was like just out and about, doing his thing. I forget how many years he has to rest, but like...
I think it's 23 years.
Let me see. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers sleeps for 23 years, and he wakes up to eat people for 23 days. So if you can survive a month of him chasing you around, which, granted, is hard. You got to survive a whole month. You got to survive at least 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks of this man chasing you. If he gets, his eye on you. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if I hunkered down, got a bunker and just hid and had weapons and food and was just ready for a brawl with this man to the end, I don't know. Maybe I could wait it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do you think...
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That there is any specific way to turn a horror villain into your friend and make them not kill you?
For some, no. Mm-hmm. There are some horror villains who have no personality outside of killing. You cannot be Jason's friend. You cannot be Michael Myers' friend. You cannot be Leatherface's friend unless you're related to him.
First of all, you just reminded me of something. That last Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot they did where she was his cousin.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. That just...
I don't think I saw that one.
We have to watch it and then come back and give an update.
Yeah, I don't think I saw the latest one, the one that was on Netflix.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
That's not the one?
I'm talking about the one, I think it was 2011.
Oh.
Or was that the one where they had the girl in the van?
Oh, the remake.
The remake.
Okay,
with Trey Songz.
Let me see.
With Trey Songz.
Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, no, the 2022, that's the Netflix one. Would it be the 2003? You said Trey Songz is in it?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think that's the one.
it's one of the remakes though that did that scene in the car where the girl like shoots herself in the mouth and then the camera goes through it.
Yeah, that's not the movie I'm talking about, though.
Oh, that's not the one you're talking about?
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, which one is that?
I forget what it's called. I know it was on Hulu. Let me see. Let me do some research. Hold on.
Yeah. Get back to me.
Give me like 2 seconds. If I could spell right today.
I know, right? Why are you so illiterate?
Spell illiterate.
ILL iterate. I don't know. Illiterate.
And you would have failed the spelling test right there.
Shut up.
You gonna stop talking to. Oh, it was Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Yeah.
I definitely never saw that. That definitely had to have come out during the 3D phase. Yeah, I never saw this one. I haven't seen most of the Texas Chainsaw movies, to be honest.
I will admit that it had some funny moments.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, Leatherface is kind of silly. He's a silly character.
But it was just like, there's this one scene where
Mm-hmm.
the police show up and he throws his chainsaw and takes off. You mean to tell me he's scared of the police?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen how some police handle real threats?
FBI, open up!
This is Leatherface.
Yeah.
In the original movie, he was never scared of the police.
Well, I mean, the vibe I've always gotten from Leatherface is that he's kind of got a childlike mind.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
His mother did throw him away in a dumpster.
Yeah. Well. They did a movie about Leatherface's origin. Again, I never saw it, but like I know it exists because it's called Leatherface.
Mm.
Yeah, this weird kid wearing a freaking dead cow's head as a mask. And that's all for now, everybody.
We shall be back.